We're about to join another amazing talk, but just before we do, I want to say a huge thank you to our sponsors, speakers, and you, our wonderful audience, for making this event possible. With expert presentations and inspirational discussions on the agenda, you are in for a real treat today. Please ensure you are sharing your feedback and asking all questions in the comment section of the video, as our speakers will be answering them throughout their session. After the event, a great place to continue the conversation is in the Customer Marketing Alliance Slack channel, where you will be able to connect with peers, get access to fresh content, and discover new opportunities. I'll be posting the sign-up link regularly in the comments, so if you're not already involved, keep your eyes peeled and join the discussion. And remember, you can gain on-demand access to all of our exclusive event footage with a CMA Pro membership. So with all this in mind, let's dive back in.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining and registering my session today at Customer Marketing Summit this year. My topic today will be meeting customer where they are, using data to deliver personalized lifecycle programs. And I'd like to give everyone a quick introduction of myself. My name is Will Wong. I am a digital marketer, lifelong learner, and adventurer. I'm really passionate about you turning customer insight into action by using data. And currently, I look after global strategy and operations on the customer lifecycle marketing team at Red Hat. So for today's agenda, I would like to briefly divide it into 5 sections. First one, I'll give you guys a quick overview of today's topic, what we're going to talk about, and how do we lay a solid foundation. The next one will be how do we connect and discover your customer data at your organization. Finally, we're going to combine all those factors together to launch a successful lifecycle campaign and a few takeaways. So just a quick overview of why data is so important and why it is so difficult to deliver a personalized campaign to a customer. Well, data plays a very crucial role in it. However, how to discover the hidden data, leverage it, and create a customer-centric campaign remains a myth for a lot of people and for a lot of marketers specifically. Today, we are going to unfold the mystery and share a few tips just based on my own personal experience in my career. And hopefully by the end of this section, you'll walk away with actionable insight to execute your next successful customer lifecycle campaign. Without further ado, let's just jump right in. So first and foremost, I believe it is crucial for us to talk about foundation even before we start the data discovery. Why? Because I've seen so many campaigns that fail without a solid foundation to support its use case, or they constantly change the data requirement. As a result, it takes them a year-long sprint to finalize the data integration. So the first step here is really defining your campaign goal and your success metric. What is the end goal of your campaign here? Is it to increase the number of customer base? Is it to drive product adoption among the hands-on keyboard users? Or is it to ensure that your customers successfully on board? From there, what is your success metric? Are you simply looking at the performance by tactic, such as email, website, or social media? Or are you even looking beyond that, really understanding their customer engagement with you? And I think all those questions will need to be discussed and answered way before we start the data discovery to lay a solid foundation. The next one is really how to measure impact. As I mentioned earlier, it is very crucial to understand your success metric, but we will need to get a little bit more granular than that. Are you planning to using Adobe Analytics to understand your impact? Or are you going to utilizing the existing Tableau dashboard? Is it a correlation or it is a direct impact that you can see. The reason why I like to call this one out is because I have learned a lesson before and I don't want everyone to make the same mistake as I did. So, in order to measure impact, I'll recommend you create a spreadsheet, really outlining each row. The column A can be your goals, column B can be your success metric, column C can be how do you try and measure your impact. The last one is create a pulse check and optimization playbook. So right now we have defined our campaign goal and know how to measure our impact. Let's just create a regular pulse check. And the cadence depends on the use case of your campaign. It can be 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. But a regular review will give us an opportunity to understand where we do good, where do we not so good, so we can continue to optimize all our programs to create a better customer-centric campaign. And I'm a big quote guy, so I'm going to give you a quite famous quote about foundation. So here we go. A house built on granite and strong foundations. Not even the onslaught of pouring rain, gushing torrents, and strong wind will be able to pull down. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part of this section, and I also think that is why you're here, is custom data. So I've heard so many people from different organizations that custom data live in a dark cave in the secret data repository that no one knows. So today I'm going to share a simple 4 tips on how to discover, leverage, and connect the data to launch a successful campaign. First and foremost, let's just get started on get a clear map of your customer data. Where does it live? What kind of data does it really collect? When it collects the data, does the customer need to check in through the system? Does the customer need to opt in? All those informations, as long as we can get a clear map of what kind of customer data that is at your disposal, we can further design our strategy around it. And the second one is really identify the quick wins and the gap between your data and your campaign. So from the first one, right? Once we're clear map, let's draw a line to connect your foundation to data. What are the quick wins we can see here? And what are the gap between the foundation and the data? It should only take you a few minutes to draw it out once you have your foundation and your map of your customer data. The third one is build a bridge between your data and your MarTech. So it can be Adobe where you want to do personalization play. It can be Eloqua where you want to send an email from. So it is crucial for you to identify the marketing technology you'll like to use and start socializing it with your stakeholder and help them understand the importance of it. And sit down, talk to them, work them through your use case. If possible, build a data pipeline with them. So you can launch your next personalized customer campaign with all your MarTech. Last one piece that a lot of people forget. And I think the beauty of a standardized process is rinse and repeat. So having a regular review of above 3 steps every quarter or 3 months is truly beneficial, trust me. And you'll see how much progress you have made so far just following those 4 easy steps to think about your customer data, where it lives, where are the quick wins, how do we measure the gap between your data and the campaign, rinse and repeat. And like I said, I'm a big data quote guy. So I like to give you a quote right now. That is, data are just the summaries of thousands of stories. tell a few of those stories to help make the data meaningful. Sometimes we get lost into trying to understand all the different table, different role within the big data. But how does this data tell us is the most crucial and meaningful part? And we are also going to talk about lifecycle campaign. So this section, I'd like to share with everyone who's interested in running a successful customer lifecycle campaign. At this point, we know how to lay a solid foundation and understand our customer data. One extra point here is to really get a personalized customer-centric campaign and truly meet customer where they are. So I think the most core important part of lifecycle is really get a crystal clear definition of lifecycle. So how do you define it is very important. Are you using the layer model, which stands for land, adopt, expand, and renew model in your organization? Or are you looking at specific lifecycle stages at your organization? Is there specific stage you like to focus on? In addition, how do you define a customer has entered one lifecycle stages and how do you follow up with them? Is it by product adoption usage? Is it defined by their behavior? Talk to, let's say, customer success, sales team, all the engagement. I believe the more detail you can have, the better for you to outline each lifecycle stages. And I know this might be a little bit quick, but I do want to just give you a quick real life example of following through those steps and the key takeaways. So as we close this section out, you can understand a little bit better. How do you actually use those tools at your disposal to your next successful customer campaign? So let's think about from the beginning, right? If today your goal or your success metric is you're trying to um, run an onboarding pilot, what is your goal? What is your success metric here? Are you trying to onboard your customer through email or through website personalization? So first, think it through your foundation and how do you actually track and understand the impact that your campaign has? Second, where does those data live? Does it live in the Salesforce? Does it live in the product data table? Does it live on the customer portal data? So once we have the foundation, we can start beginning our data discovery and understanding, okay, where are those data are? What kind of information they store? What is the signal when those data enter the entire repository? The third one is there a connection between the data and the marketing tool that you want to use? If not, how can we create a pipeline so it can be a truly personalized customer lifecycle campaign? The last one is revised and optimized each single time. Like I said, the cadence depends on your use case. It can be quarterly, it can be 6 months, it can be yearly, but really follow through all those different steps would enable you to create a customer-centric, personalized campaign in your organization. And my name is Will. I'm more happy to connect with any one of you on LinkedIn, and this is my session for today. Thank you, everyone.
As the only 100% native reference management app for Salesforce, our solution lives where your salespeople live. This means that all your data and reference management functionality are hosted on Salesforce servers, managed in a world-class security infrastructure. There's just one familiar interface to use, which accelerates user adoption. centralize all your reference assets, search for relevant accounts and customer content, automate reference account and content suggestions, the request process, and more. So say goodbye to that reference goat rodeo and say hello to Reference Edge.
The impact and value of customer marketing is becoming more and more relevant across all kinds of organizations. Whether you're looking to build a customer marketing function from the ground up or make greater waves with one that already exists, this first-of-a-kind course will give you everything you need to excel at customer marketing with tried and tested advice and experience from Gong, Google, Lessonly, HighSpot, and many, many more. So what exactly does the course look like? We've created a curriculum with a holistic approach to customer marketing, covering a wide range of topics to give you deep insights into the core pillars of the role, all containing actionable advice and real-world examples. You'll also find plenty of frameworks, templates, and infographics to put to good use, as well as fireside chats with some of the best customer marketers out there. In each section, you'll be given the opportunity to put your newfound knowledge into practice, with tasks as well as with exam questions. If you pass all of these, you can show off your certificate as you'll be Customer Marketing Certified, accredited by the Continuing Professional Development Organization and recognized by the Chartered Institute of Marketing. So, if you want to know how to retain customers, delight and engage them, all while having a real impact on the goals of your organization, look no further and get certified.
These days, authentic customer reviews, referrals, and references are what buyers trust and value most when making purchasing decisions. That's where Influitive comes in. We're the advocacy, community, and engagement platform of choice for the world's most customer-obsessed brands, including Adobe, Cisco, IBM, and Mountain Dew. Our advanced targeting, personalization, gamification, and rewards drive extreme engagement and customer growth at scale. Let Influitive help you turn your customers into loyal advocates and grow your business.